Right, hello YouTube. Alright, so this is a video response for USNER docs support the Wranglerbarn expedition. Which thank you USNER doc for doing another contest so quickly after your first one, or the other one. Alright, so the premise of this is, what three things would you take away and replace from Wranglerbarn's kit? Now, first of all, I think Wranglerbarn kit is phenomenal. I think his choice in things is not very far away from what I choose when I do a very similar loadout like that. 4 or 5 days, depending on what you're doing, is it just depends on what you're trying to achieve. I've seen some comments where people are concerned about his capability, that, you know, for 4 or 5 days his capability is not very high. I think for what he's doing, for being constantly on the move and going, and especially making a circular route, you know, I get where they're coming from, the nothing fancy thing, that, you know, he's taking a boat and, you know, fishing in a pond up in the middle of the backcountry. I get all that. It's not what Cody's doing, and it's not what most people do. Most people, when they backpack, they go and they're moving every day, and with that you need as much mobility as you can. Even nothing fancy's talked about firepower and mobility. Typically when I backpack, it's very similar to what Cody does. I try and get on the move. I try and get a decent amount of mileage. Depending on how many people are with me and what we're doing, might change things up. But if I'm going by myself, my loadout's going to be very similar to his. The pack I use is a little bit smaller. I use a 35-liter pack. It's just because it's my Alpine pack, but I have to carry my tent on the outside. So this system's even better in that situation. But anyways, getting to the contest. So the three things I would change. And I just agree with a lot of what he's got going on. But anyway, so the three things that I would change. Okay, so the trash bag, backpack cover thing. I'm a big proponent of the backpack cover. It's light, it does its job. It keeps your backpack from getting sodden with water. If you do get rained on, you're going to add weight to it, and it just makes a mess of things. The pack cover, it comes in useful in a couple other circumstances when you get into camp to be able to cover some things up too. But yeah, definitely that. That's probably my biggest one on there. The other deal that he talked about is he has shop towels. Now I get the shop towels, and if he was going to be cleaning his pots and pans, I'd probably stick with the shop towels. They're good for getting in the nitty-gritty of stuff. And then, you know, the quasi-disposable, where you're going to take them and throw them away when you get out, or, you know, some people burn them or whatever. But the one thing I would change as opposed to the shop towels is, let's see here, where's this guy at? I would take, wrong side here. Alright, MSR pack towel. This is the personal size pack towel. This is what I take when it's just me. It's just big enough to not take up much weight, but still big enough. This will completely dry you if you take a bath or whatever. This will completely dry you off. So, in supplement to this, hold on one second. I'm gonna go grab some. All right, and we're back. I had to go run to the bathroom and grab this. So I believe he said he took a bar of soap. Now, fine and dandy. I just had to figure out three things to harp on him about, really. So, Dr. Bonner's soap. This soap is very refreshing when you've been running around. It doesn't take much soap to water to be able to get yourself dry. If you take this and put about a quarter size blot on this and then rub yourself down, it will wash out. When you wash this out, the soap will come out. It'll still leave somewhat of a smell, but it will, I don't want to say sanitize, but it works as a soaping agent to clean this also. So once you let this dry out, it'll be that much cleaner. Also, feels very good on your clothes. When you put your clothes back on, they're pepperminty or whatever flavor you've got. I really like it a lot. It also works very good for washing your dishes. You can do as much as brush your teeth with it, which I recommend against, because if you swallow any of this, it's going to be bad. But yeah, Dr. Bonner soap, great, great product. Now, on a side note, a couple things, I wouldn't change these things. I wouldn't take anything away. I've seen one of his other videos already, and I'm pretty sure he's got gaiters on. But but I'm not positive about that yet. Gaiters. Now, I've got short gaiters. They're in here somewhere. I think they're actually in my girlfriend's backpack. Long gaiters. Now, if there's any snow or any possibility of it, I'll take the long gaiters anyways. The weight is okay on these. The smaller ones, it's nothing. OR makes a smaller one. These are ORs. He'll probably cross through some snow, and within the snow means you need to have gaiters with you, at least in my opinion. Also, out here in New England, we have a real bad tick problem, so we treat these and we wear them, even if we're wearing shorts, or especially if we're wearing shorts, we wear gaiters just to keep the ticks away. Kind of along the same lines as trekking poles. Now, I'm really pretty surprised Cody doesn't have trekking poles. I know he's an experienced backpacker. He might have chosen not to take them because his pack is light. Now, I don't think his pack is that light to not merit these. He's still in the 35, 40-pound range, which will obviously get a little bit lighter on his way back around as he gets through food. Anything less than a day hike, or anything more than a day hike, I would always take poles. River crossings, anything else. So yeah, I would add these. I would not take anything away to add these. So that's not within, the contest or whatever. Just my opinion. But yeah, his loadout, I agree with a lot of what Cody's got going on. Waterproof sleeping bag, I'm a big proponent of. I love this thing. It's probably one of the best things I own. The vest, even in this time of year, especially where he is, it still gets pretty cool. A vest makes a great pillow, also keeps your chest, your body temperature up, and is very light for what it is, for the amount of temperature you're going to get out of it. Light fleece. Yeah, I just agree with everything he took. Let's see. We're in the closet. I figured I'd do it in the closet where everything's at, so if anything struck my mind, I would be able to just grab it. I don't know. My only other thoughts, rain gear. I understand super light rain gear, and if I knew I was going to be in conditions where there was very little brush or abrasion, I probably would, but otherwise I stick with some pretty serious stuff. I have, this is an Arc'teryx Theta SV. It's not the lightest thing in the world. It's about 20 ounces. It's not crazy heavy. It's maybe double what your super light raincoats are. But the abrasion resistance on this is as high as it gets. You could scrape and scratch and crawl over anything, and it's not going to fail on you. So I go with the extra weight with something like that. Also, I have, I think these are the Alpha SL bibs, also Arc'teryx. You've got pack light and heavier Gore-Tex in certain areas, in the seat, the knees are heavier. Yet again, this is heavier, maybe 6 ounces more than a lighter pair of pants. But like I say, it's all about the abrasion resistance. But that's just my personal preference. I don't mind carrying a little bit extra weight. A lot of places I go are heavy scree fields or a lot of brush to the forest or bushwhacking. So I make that addendum an extra weight. Now I'm not sure where Cody's situation is. I'm pretty sure he's on pretty solid trails. I don't think abrasion resistance is going to be much of a problem for him, so you can get away with that lighter stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I gotta say, yeah, I think everything he picked was great. So thank you, USNER Don, for the contest. Cody, I wish you the best of luck. I'm ready to get out for a 4 or 5 dare myself, and hope you get back good and safe. Hope you have a great trip. That's it. Everybody else, get outdoors, cook your own food. Thanks a lot, you guys.